Lesson 11 in the world of dictionaries. Now, my dear children, in this lesson, we are going to learn about what is a dictionary and the different types of dictionaries that we find in the market. Now, let's begin with the lesson, the first paragraph. We often come across words that are unfamiliar to us when we read books, newspapers, or magazines. We also hear new words and phrases when we watch TV programs. How do we find the meanings of these words? Now, in this paragraph, we know that we read books, that we are reading a newspaper or a magazine. Sometimes we hear a word or a phrase which is told to you on a TV. But now you are not familiar with this word. Now, unfamiliar means things that you are not familiar with, or you don't know, or it is a new word for you. Now, how do we find the meaning of these words? Let's read the next paragraph. In the classroom, the teacher is always available to the students to tell the meaning of new and difficult words. But she cannot accompany every student all the time to explain the meaning of every new word. Now, we all are aware that in the classroom, our teacher is there and she explains to us, she tells us the meanings of difficult words. But can a teacher come with you all the time? Can she accompany you all the time and explain the words that you don't know? No. But besides you, the grown-up people also have difficulty in understanding certain words. Now let's see what is written. Besides, grown-up people also need help in this respect. A language has hundreds of thousands of words in it. It is impossible for one person to know all of them. But all these words can be explained in a dictionary. Now, as I told you, not only you but the grown-up people also find it difficult at times to understand new words because a language has hundreds and thousands of words. Now, and it is not possible for everyone to know the meaning of all the words. And so, the dictionary is a very, very good book which explains the words and we can understand them. The next paragraph. At some time or other, you must have been advised to look up a word in a dictionary by your teachers or parents. Let us now see what the word dictionary means. Given below are some examples of how the word might be explained in different dictionaries. Now, in this paragraph, it is told to you that generally when we are in a classroom and teacher explains to you something, she will tell you many things and she may also tell you, now you refer to the dictionary and understand a word. Sometimes parents also tell you when you are reading a storybook, there are words which you don't understand, unfamiliar words, and your parents will tell you, come on, open the dictionary and find out the meaning. And this is how we learn new words. Now down below in your textbook, there are two examples given about how there are different forms or different kinds of dictionary. The first one, dictionary. Noun, a book in which words are listed in alphabetical order from A to Z. You look up a word in a dictionary to find out what it means and how to spell it. Now the dictionary also tells you whether the word is a noun. Then in that book you have all the words which are listed in alphabetical order. You know what is alphabetical order. It is written from A to Z. And you can find the word, whichever word you want. You see the beginning of the letter, which alphabet it is beginning, and you can find the meaning of the word in the dictionary. It also tells you how to spell the word. So, a dictionary tells you parts of speech, whatever part of speech that word is. It tells you the meanings and it also helps you to find the spelling. The second type of dictionary. You can see over there are some letters written D-I-K and like something like dot and F. And then I read for you what is the other thing. Dictionary. Plural dictionaries. A book that gives a list of words in alphabetical order and explains their meanings in the same language or another language. A book that explains word used in a subject. Now here you can see the different form of letters, something different for you which you don't understand probably, because that is the way you understand the pronunciation of the word. That dik dot like s and some en dot, that shows you how you need to pronounce the word, how you will tell the word. And plural of the word is also given in a dictionary. Then they also explain to you the meanings. And at times you also have dictionaries which help you to learn the meanings of the words in another language. Now, so you can understand and explain words used in a subject. Now you can see something down in pink. It says dictionary. Now, this dictionary is an English word. And in the bracket you can see the same thing written in Marathi. Then the words explain in Marathi as well. So if your mother tongue is Marathi or any other language for that matter, you can get dictionaries which have English as well as the other language, for example Marathi or Gujarati or any other language, and you can understand the meaning of it very well. Now here, see how the meaning is given in Marathi. Dictionary, शब्दांचे अर्थ, उच्चार, वापर याबद्दल माहिती देणारे पुस्तक. शब्दकोश, कोश. Thus, a dictionary can teach you meanings of words in different language also. Thus, we see that a dictionary shows us many things. Words in a dictionary are usually arranged in alphabetical order. A dictionary tells us what a word means. A dictionary shows us how a word is spelled. A dictionary tells us how a word is pronounced. A dictionary shows us the different forms of the same word. For example, rose, roses, go, going, went, gone, etc. A dictionary tells us with the help of examples how a word is used. Now you heard me read this. What is the meaning of all these that I read? A dictionary is nothing but a book where words are arranged in alphabetical order, that is from A to Z. Then a dictionary also tells you the meanings of the words. Any word you don't know the meaning, you can go and find out in a dictionary. The dictionary also shows you how a word is spelled. At times, if you have difficulty in spelling a particular word, you can go to the dictionary, open it and find the correct spelling of the word. The dictionary also tells us how a word is pronounced. How you need to tell the word is called pronunciation. A dictionary shows us different forms of the same word. Now here examples are given. The dictionary tells us singular word, a plural word. It also tells you the verb form of a word like go, going, went, gone. A dictionary tells us with the help of examples how a word is used. It also tells you, now when you open your dictionary and you find a word, it will help you to understand the sentences also, how you can use the word in a sentence. Next, a dictionary lists many other words, phrases related to that word. A dictionary points out the different meanings of words which have the same spelling. A dictionary also tells us the grammatical class to which a word belongs. You will learn about these classes of words when you are a little older. Now, what does the dictionary list? It lists words and phrases related to the word that you are searching for. Then a dictionary points out the different meanings of words which have the same spelling. Now, for example, if you type or you find out a word in the dictionary, for example, you have dictionary on the online also, like if you go to Google also you have a dictionary. If you have a book in the form of a dictionary, you turn and you see the word printed, whichever you want to find out. Example, if I am finding out a word called capital. Now this word capital has different meaning. Capital can be the capital of Mumbai. Mumbai is the capital of Maharashtra. So it is a capital. That meaning is different from the word capital letters. Now if I tell you write in capital letters, that capital means that you have to write each letter in a capital letter, in a big letter. So the same spelling, but it has different meanings. So these are explained in a dictionary. Then the last one, a dictionary also tells us grammatical class to which a word belongs. It tells you which part of speech it is. And you will learn all these things in the higher classes as you grow up. Now we move to the next paragraph. All dictionaries, however, are not the same. Depending on who is going to use the dictionary, the information in it is arranged and presented in different ways. Do you know that there are different types of dictionaries? Let us look at a few of them. Now here in this paragraph, they are telling us that the dictionaries are all different and that it depends on who is using the dictionary, and according to that the informations are arranged in different ways. Now, let us learn about the different types of dictionaries. The following paragraph. Children's dictionary. The first type of dictionary, children's dictionary. Some dictionaries are designed specially for children. They include only a few thousand words, but there are many pictures and diagrams in children's dictionary. There may also be word games, puzzles and jokes based on the meaning or use of words. Now in a children's dictionary means a dictionary which is used by children, and therefore it is designed in a special way and the children will like it. How is it designed? It has pictures, it has diagrams so that the children may understand it better. And there are few words, like unlike the other dictionary, it has got few thousands words, and it has word games, puzzles, jokes based on the meaning of a word that you are going to search or use. The next, pronouncing dictionaries. Some dictionaries provide only the pronunciation of words. It shows with the help of special symbols. Now we have the dictionary which tells us about the pronunciation, how a word is pronounced, and for that they use different symbols. The next one, dictionaries of synonyms. Some dictionaries give list of synonyms, words which have a similar meaning. They may also include antonyms or opposites. Now we have also got dictionaries which have only synonyms. Now what are synonyms? Synonyms are words which have similar meanings, and they also give us antonyms. Dictionaries which has antonyms. Antonyms means opposites. Now for example, synonyms. If I want to know a meaning of the simple word help, and if I go and find out in the dictionary, it will tell me a word which means the same. The meaning of the word will be same, but it will give me another word which means help. For example, help also means assist or aid. So this is how you know the synonym of a word. And antonyms, for example, I take a word clever. Now if I go and I see the word of clever or a brave or any other word, and I open the dictionary, it will show me the opposite of brave. For example, cowardly or fearful. This is how a dictionary tells us synonyms and antonyms. The next paragraph, visual dictionaries. Some dictionaries contain only visuals or pictures. They do not have to explain the meaning in words, as the visuals speak for themselves. The visuals may be in the form of photographs, diagrams, or hand-drawn pictures. They are all labeled. See the simple visual given alongside. In the same way, even complicated machines or systems are made simple in a visual dictionary. Now on the slide you can see a visual dictionary. In a visual dictionary, they give you visuals or pictures, and the picture itself explains the words, the meanings, by giving you different forms of pictures. Like example, there is a plant which is given, and the diagram explains fully about what is a plant, what is a leaf, a stem, and the labeling which is done over there makes it simple for everyone to understand, and therefore we have pictorial dictionaries or visual dictionaries. And in the same way, complicated machines or systems are also made simple with the help of visual dictionaries. The next paragraph. Encyclopedic dictionaries. Encyclopedias are books that give a lot of information on a great number of topics. Encyclopedic dictionaries, too, give a lot more information about most of the words they contain. These dictionaries are usually quite thick and contain many more words than the smaller, ordinary dictionaries. Now we have another type of dictionary which is called as encyclopedic dictionaries. These are books that give us lot of information on a great number of topics. That means many topics are there in these encyclopedic dictionaries, and you have a lot of information about many topics. Then these dictionaries are very thick, unlike the small dictionaries which children use. Now the next paragraph. Computers and the internet have brought with them online dictionaries. They are very easy to use. You just type the word you want to look up and instantly you are shown its meaning, use, etc. You can even listen to the proper pronunciation of a word. A printed dictionary cannot do this. Now, today's world is a day of internet, a world of internet and computers. So when you have a computer and you want to find out a meaning, you have online dictionaries, you type the word and the meaning of the word is shown to you. The word is shown in the form of a meaning, its use, and many other things can be found out from the dictionary which is online. It's available on the internet. And we also can know the meanings as well as the pronunciation of a word. And a printed dictionary, that is a book, the dictionary which is in a form of a book, cannot do all this. It cannot help you to listen to the pronunciation. You have to learn or read it and understand how it has to be pronounced. Whereas a dictionary which is online, it helps you to listen to the pronunciation also. We move to the next paragraph. Then there are some dictionaries that show how a word was used hundreds of years ago, how its use or meaning or spelling changed over the years and how it is used today. So we have also got dictionaries that tell us how a word was used many years ago and its meaning or spellings have changed over the period of year, and today how is it spelled. So there are dictionaries which also tell you these information. Last paragraph. A dictionary is a must for a student. You can begin with simple, attractive dictionaries and then learn to use the more difficult ones later. So, the next time you come across a difficult word, don't fret. Just look it up in a dictionary. So here, there is a nice idea for you children to improve your language. And you as a student can have a simple dictionary first. Begin with that. You can bring a dictionary with attractive pictures and you learn the meanings of different words. And later you can go on to have a dictionary which is a difficult one, a bigger one. And you need not worry or get scared about anything. Just look up in the dictionary and learn new words. Now below in the yellow box you can see there is an activity given. How you can make your own dictionary. You can make your dictionary by writing meanings of the words and then you can make cards of the same size and you can keep on collecting them one after the other in alphabetical order. You can add more words to it later also. This is how you will compile it into one big dictionary of your own. Thank you. Thank you, my dear children.